Hi everyone, welcome back to another useful video. Hope you all are staying safe and sound. As Ramadan is round the corner, I was doing some pre-preparations as it saves a lot of my time. Cleaning and storing veggies that stays fresh for longer period is one of them. I normally do this whenever I find fresh veggies, especially at the best price. I buy little more in quantity and store it as it saves a lot of time and also money. And as we are currently in a lockdown situation, so thought it would be helpful for many of us and especially for the new beginners. I have been following this storage tip since many years and it really works. So thought of sharing it. Hope you like it. Keep watching. So let's start with the coriander leaves, that's also known as cilantro or dhania patta. These are two bunches of fresh coriander leaves which I have it. Fresh coriander leaves are often very sandy, so we need to clean it first. So firstly remove any dry or damaged leaves. Here you can see some of the leaves which I have separated have turned yellow and dried, so we may discard them. Now take one stem and then separate the stems as with the leaves, as you can see, leaving the root part aside. Some only prefer to remove leaves, however I love to have stems on as it's tender, flavorful and edible. Similarly, continue it and all are done. Now we can move on with the mint leaves. Now these are the fresh mint leaves. Here again remove any dry or damaged leaves. You can discard them. And then we're gonna pluck leaves from the stems. While plucking, if you find any dull, dry or dark leaves, just discard them. Now all are done. These are the fresh leaves and these are the slightly dry ones which I'll be using it soon. Now let's move on in washing them. Firstly, we'll wash the coriander leaves. For that, transfer the leaves into a bowl and fill it with water. Allow it to immerse completely in water for some time. And then we're gonna rinse and strain it so that all grit and dirt is removed. Now repeat this couple of times until it comes off clean. Just at the last, tap it for few times as it removes excess water. And then we're going to strain it, and you can see the water left. Once it's strained well, just spread the leaves on a clean kitchen towel. Spread it all over. And then we're going to pat dry this completely. So gently pat dry and allow it to dry. Similarly, we're going to wash the mint leaves now. So wash it couple of times until all dirt is removed and tap it and then strain them. Then finally pat dry. Pat dry it in a kitchen towel or you may also use paper towel. As you can see, both coriander and mint leaves are clean now. Now let's learn how to store them. For that, take a paper towel, then place the required amount that you'll be using per dish and then wrap it and roll it. Now continue placing the required amount and then keep rolling. So far this is one of the best way as we only need to take the desired quantity and the others remain fresh, as it doesn't get exposed to atmosphere. You can just unroll and take what is required and then roll it back. Isn't this very simple? Now once you have rolled this, now you can store it in an airtight container by covering the edges and then place it. There is still room for other herbs if you want to store. Cover and you can refrigerate this. You may also store it in a Ziploc bag along with other herbs if you have any. Just press and release any excess air and then zip it, and you can easily place it in a refrigerator. There is another way of storing in an airtight container that's lined up with a paper towel that's at the bottom, between each layers of corianders and at the top. These ways of storage will keep the coriander leaves or cilantro fresh for 2 weeks in the refrigerator. Now similarly, we can store the mint leaves. by wrapping and rolling and then storing either in an airtight container or a Ziploc bag. Or by layering in an airtight container again. You may also layer it similarly in a Ziploc bag. Now let's learn how to freeze these herbs that will stay fresh for 6 months. For that, I am taking a required amount of coriander leaves and then chop it in the center and then finely chop them. Once all are chopped well, take an airtight container, preferably the plastic one, and then place the chopped coriander leaves, and then we can keep it in the freezer. This will stay fresh for 6 months. The aroma and the flavor remains unchanged. We'll show you how in the later stage. Now similarly, you can store the mint leaves. You may chop it if you want. I am placing it as it is. Cover and freeze it and it will stay fresh for 6 months. Now let me show you the frozen coriander leaves that's already a month old now. Look at it. It still looks bright green and fresh. Now let me show you. I'm going to drop few leaves into the water and you will see it. It still looks fresh, isn't it? Now let's see the mint leaves, which is also a month old. It still looks fresh. Now let me take some leaf and similarly drop it in water. And look at it, how fresh it is. Now let me show you how to use it. My curry is ready, so I'm adding the required quantity of the frozen coriander leaves for garnishing. Always remember, remove the required quantity and store the frozen coriander leaves or mint leaves immediately into the freezer. Otherwise, the herbs will turn black and soggy. I added in my sabzis too. The taste and flavor hasn't changed at all. You may also make coriander mint chutneys and store it in a refrigerator as it will stay fresh for a month and stay fresh for 6 months if freezed. Let's learn how to make this chutney. For that I have taken a cup of mint leaves, 4 to 5 green chilies, adjust as per your spice taste, 2 cups of coriander leaves, 4 to 5 garlic pods, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, salt as per taste, and half lemon juice. Grind it all with little water if required, but don't add more. A delicious coriander mint chutney is ready. Now refrigerate it and enjoy with kebabs, samosas, pakoras, or even rotis or parathas. It stays fresh for a month if kept in refrigerator and fresh for 6 months if freezed. Just thaw the freezed ones and take the required quantity, and the remaining you can freeze it again. Next is garlic, that's lesun. Let's learn how to store garlic. We may store the whole garlic at a room temperature in a cool, dry, ventilated place that's away from moisture and sunlight, and it stays fresh for a month if kept in room temperature. And if you break it, as you can see, then try to keep outside and it will stay fresh for 10 days to 2 weeks. However, during summers when the weather is really humid here, I store the surplus garlic in refrigerator or a freezer. Place the unpeeled garlic pods into a glass jar preferably, or to any airtight container that's lined up with tissue paper at the bottom and the top, and then you can keep it in refrigerator as it will stay fresh for a month. The tissue paper here absorbs the moisture and keeps the garlic fresh. Now let me show you how to peel the garlic in a very easy way. For that, just pour the sufficient water on the garlic and allow it to immerse for 15 to 30 minutes. After that, you can see you can easily peel off the skin. So easily and smoothly peel off the skin. As you can see it comes off very easy. There are many other ways to peel the garlic, but I find this one to be one of the easiest way. Now continue peeling all of them. Meanwhile, I would like to also inform that the whole garlics If you have it in excess, you may also store it similarly as the unpeeled ones. Either store it in a Ziploc bag or into an airtight container that's lined up with tissue paper, and it will stay fresh for 3 months. Now all the garlics are peeled. Now just pat dry them with a tissue. Then we're going to place it into a glass jar that's lined up with tissue paper, and it will stay fresh for 2 weeks. Even in Ziploc bag you can keep it similarly. As I said before, this tissue absorbs the excess moisture and it doesn't allow the pods to sprout. It stays fresh for 2 weeks. You may also store the unpeeled garlic in a Ziploc bag. Then release out all the excess air, zip it up and then freeze it, as it will stay fresh for more than 6 months. Similarly, you may freeze the peeled garlic too. Just release out the air and then store it. Now let me show you the frozen peeled garlic which I have stored, and it's already 2 months old. Look at it. It still looks fresh. Frozen veggie still retains its original flavor, and with proper storage we can enjoy the nutrition of its healthy veggies in all our recipes. Next is ginger. The shelf life of ginger at a room temperature is 1 week to 10 days. That's why I prefer to refrigerate it. Now let's clean the ginger first. For that, just pour sufficient water on ginger and allow it to immerse completely for some time. And then we can nicely scrub it, and all the dirt and sand will come off easily. Now keep scrubbing and rinsing until it's completely clean, as you can see. Now strain off the water and we're gonna pat dry the ginger. So pat it with a tissue paper and then allow it to dry completely. After that we move on in storing them. The whole unpeeled ginger, we're gonna store it in an airtight container that's lined up with a tissue paper at the bottom and at the top. And then we can refrigerate it and it will stay fresh for 2 months. You may also freeze it, as it will stay fresh for 6 months. Before freezing, I like to chop the ginger into a small cube size that's around 1 inch, and then I'm going to store it into an airtight container for freezing it. A very important point here I would like to share is never use a glass jar for freezing veggies, as after reaching a certain point of temperature the glass tends to crack or break. I have experienced it a long time back, hence I always store it either in a plastic jar or into a Ziploc bag. Now let me show you how the frozen ginger looks. Look at it, it still looks fresh. What I normally do is take a piece or two and then either scrub it, slice it and just add it to my tea or any other recipes. It's so easy. Finally, you may also make ginger garlic paste and store it in a refrigerator or freezer. To make a perfect ginger garlic paste, I prefer to peel off the skin of the ginger and then chop it into small cubes. And then take an equal quantity of ginger and garlic and place it in a grinding jar. And then to it add half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1 tablespoon of oil. Grind it without adding water. If required, you may add some more oil. The measurement details of all the ingredients I have shown are mentioned in the description box, so please have a look. Look at it. A perfect ginger garlic paste is absolutely ready. Now store it into an airtight container, preferably glass jar, and then refrigerate it and it will stay fresh for a month. Always use a dry spoon to scoop out the paste. Look at the texture, how smooth and soft it is. For storing in a freezer, I normally use a Ziploc bag or a plastic airtight container and it stays fresh for 6 months. Next is storing the curry leaves. For that, wash and pat dry the curry leaves and dry it completely. And then remove the leaves from the stems. Now take an airtight container. I prefer to use a glass jar that's lined up with a tissue paper at the bottom and the top, and then we can keep it in a refrigerator and stays fresh for 2 weeks. You may also freeze it and it will stay fresh for 3 months. Next we move on to green chilies. Wash and dry the green chilies completely. Discard any damaged ones, and then we're going to remove the stems as shown. Now remove the stems from all the chilies, and then we'll see how to store them. You can store it in an airtight container. I prefer to use glass jar. So line it up with a tissue paper at the bottom and the top, and it will stay fresh in the refrigerator for at least a month. You may also store it similarly into a Ziploc bag if you don't have a glass jar. And any excess green chilies you may freeze it into an airtight or a Ziploc bag and it stays fresh for 10 months. Now let me show you the frozen green chilies which is already 2 months old. Look at this. It still looks fresh. You may use it in any curries or sauces and the flavor remains unchanged. Take the required quantity, seal it and then store it back. Now next move on to see how to store lemons. You may store the lemons at a countertop, however it won't stay fresh for more than a week. Hence I store it in refrigerator. One of the best way to store lemons is by wrapping it up in a tissue paper and it stays fresh for a month. The paper absorbs any excess moisture and keeps the lemons fresh. So just wrap up all the lemons and then we're going to store it into an airtight container and then refrigerate it, and it will stay fresh for a month. Also freeze it in a Ziploc bag and it will stay fresh for 3 months. And there is another way to extract a lemon juice and store it in refrigerator or a freezer. Take a lemon, press and roll on the counter as you can see, and it will make the lemon smooth and we can extract more juice from it. Now just cut all the lemons and then we're going to extract the juice. This fresh lemon juice, if kept in refrigerator, will stay fresh for a week. However, if you want to store it for a longer period, just freeze it in a plastic jar, or you may also put it in ice trays and then take those cubes and put in a Ziploc bag, and in this way it will stay fresh for 3 months and more. Now see, the lemon juice is a fresh lemon juice. We can refrigerate it and it will stay fresh for a week. Just add 1/4 teaspoon of salt as it will act as a preservative and store it in the refrigerator. There are just few lemons, so I'm going to use it on a regular basis. However, if you have excess and you want to store it for a longer period, as I said, try to use a plastic jar or use ice cube method and it will stay fresh for 3 months. Finally, we move on to our last veggie, that is to say how to store the tomatoes. Here I have some fully ripe and unripe ones. So firstly, remove the stems and then we're going to wash and dry them completely. If you find any soft tomatoes, try to use them in a day or 2. I store all the unripe tomatoes on my countertop. So simply take a bowl and line it up with a tissue paper. Then place the unripe ones and keep it at a room temperature that's away from sunlight. Now these are the ripe ones that I'm placing in a bowl, and this too I keep in a counter if I'm going to use it in a day or 2. Any excess tomatoes I keep it in a refrigerator that I'll be using within a week. If you have more than that, then the best idea is to freeze them. Simply take a Ziploc bag and place all the tomatoes and then push out all the air and then Ziploc it, and we can keep it in the freezer. It will stay fresh for 6 months. Now let me show you the frozen tomatoes which is already freezed for 3 months now. Look at it. It still looks very fresh and you may hear the sound. It's rock hard. Now let me show you how to use these tomatoes. Simply put a cross slit as shown and then put in a bowl and pour water. Just leave it for 5 minutes and then you can easily peel off the skin, as you can see. Now frozen tomatoes can be easily added to any type of curries, soups or sauces. Now peeled off the skin, you can see. You can cut them into slices or wedges and remove the core part of it and then simply add it to your curries. You may also use the tomatoes with the skin on. It's completely up to you. Just remove the core part of it. I have tried both the ways. Once you have removed the tomatoes, put the remaining ones into the freezer. There is one more way of storing, that's to make a tomato puree or a paste. Soon we'll be posting that recipe. Hope you like these useful ideas and tips. Hence, whenever veggies are in season, just buy them fresh, and when out of season, freeze them, as it increases its life and nutrition of it. I hope you found this video useful. If so, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and also like and share it. Soon we'll be coming up with another interesting video. Until then, take care of yourself. Happy cooking. Bye bye.